Data shows that more than 97% of workers in British farming are white. But one Zimbabwean man is challenging those norms, all the while building up a successful business as the UK's only maize farmer. Lape Olarinoye reports.
It's on this 100,000 square metre field in the middle of rural England where you'll find David Mwanka, a former journalist who escaped press censorship in Zimbabwe. He's now one of the only 2 black farmers in Britain and the country's only maize producer.
I never ever thought I would come to the United Kingdom and end up as a farmer in this country. I grew up eating white maize in Zimbabwe like most Zimbabweans. And when I came to the UK, it just wasn't available.
Growing white maize under harsh weather conditions wasn't the only challenge David faced. He also struggled to find landowners willing to take on a chance on an inexperienced and newly arrived African immigrant.
The first thing I did was going around knocking on farmers' doors, ask them if they had any bit of land to let so that I could start growing maize. I put an advert in one of the national newspapers that I was looking for land to grow white maize.
After toiling for 6 years, David has been able to lay down some roots. He now grows his crops across 2 square kilometres of farmland in the UK and is the sole supplier of white maize to some of the country's biggest retailers, including Harrods. David feels the impact of his farming most here at the Mwanka store he opened himself. This diverse community, including the African diaspora and curious local shoppers, can buy fresh produce such as white maize and pumpkin leaves that go straight from the farm to table.
People kind of go absolutely crazy for this as well. This is pumpkin leaves. If you're lucky, you'll find it on a good day. It's not promised, so yeah, if you do find it, thank you're lucky. Thank God.
As well as providing the African community with nostalgic food from home, David is also shaking up the representation of farmers in Britain. Access to farming in Britain still remains a rarity amongst budding black farmers. And agriculture is still one of the least diverse sectors across the country. And that's mainly due to its tough barriers to entry. Despite this, David has created a niche within a rigid industry and become an inspiration to other budding farmers and entrepreneurs. Lape Olarinoye, Africa Matters, London.